Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. If you like The Mike Wagner Show and you want to make your own podcast, well, let me tell you about Anchor. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. And heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. And follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise at themikewagnershow.com, including t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, and more. And for more great gift ideas, including hoodies as well as phone cases and more, go to Amazon.com and check out the Me and Molson Zia store. Also, check out his great books, including Missing, Once, and More. Go to Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia. Make sure you order today and support us on the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also support us on PayPal at the Mike Wagner Show and Anchor FM/support. Make sure you give generously today. We're here with a wonderfully talented singer, songwriter, and musician out of Portland, Oregon, who basically has been on the music scene for quite some time. And he's had done from A White Hotel, Dangerous Ones, Wednesday Night, Round 9, to The Places We Lived, and Just Kids, and Don't Look Back. And of course, he's been a veteran for quite some time. And he also fronted the band back in 2010. And right now, he's on a solo mission as well, too, with Let the Bloody Moon Rise. It's going to be coming out as well, too. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Portland, Oregon, singer, songwriter, multi-talented, and a Portland legend, Kasey Anderson. Kasey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Kasey. You've been in Portland, Oregon for quite some time and well-known in the music scene, and you've got all your music and all the streaming platforms like on Spotify, iTunes, and Pandora, and a lot more. And you've got from A White Hotel, also Dangerous Ones, also Wednesday Night, Round 9, to The Places We Lived, Just Kids, and Don't Look Back. And you also got a new album out called Let the Bloody Moon Rise, and we're here to talk about that. And before getting to all that, tell us how I first got started, Kasey.
I grew up out here in the Pacific Northwest, grew up in Portland, and I turned 12 the year that Nirvana's Nevermind came out, Pearl Jam's album 10. And so I think like most of us in the Pacific Northwest around that age, around that time, I wanted a guitar. I wanted to learn how to play those songs. And that's how I got started. And, I spent the first several years of my life learning to play guitar and playing covers. And then as I moved on and got older, started writing my own things. I probably didn't write anything that I really liked until, my 20s, sometime in my 20s, but I was writing songs as a teenager. I think a lot of us kids around then were trying to be in bands, trying to write songs, trying to be the next whatever.
Mm-hmm. And also, what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career?
Well, for me, my grandfather on my mother's side was a jazz musician. His name was Steve Lowry. He was in a band called the Many Sounds of Nine. And tragically, he died in a flash flood when my mom was 20 years old. So I never got a chance to meet him. But I did have his records. And I had photos of him and his band. And, I remember a night, my mom kind of just taking me through the photo album of his photos and his band and listening to his records. And that was when it hit for me, that was a life that I could maybe have too. And I think because he was a musician, my parents were always really encouraging of me. I didn't have a lot of those arguments that young people have with their parents about, the things that you should be or the things that you're expected to be. I was encouraged to make art from a young age.
That's rather interesting. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up?
Growing up, I was lucky again in that my parents had a good record collection. So we had Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, Dylan, Springsteen, the Rolling Stones, the band. Those were my favorites. And then, as I got a little older, and as I said, the Nirvana record came out, the Pearl Jam record came out, Mudhoney. In Portland, there were bands like Heat Miser, Hazel. So those were some of my favorites growing up, and it really hasn't changed too much. To this day, I listen to some of those same bands and got into hip hop pretty deep when I was a teenager and still listen to a lot of those same bands, a lot of those same groups. For better or worse, my music tastes haven't really changed since I was 10 or 11 years old.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you're here today as well, too. And we'll be talking about some of your music in just a minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Me and Molson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Me and Molson Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Me and Molson Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forrest Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Me and Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be here on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. And heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And check out the merchandise at the MikeWagnerShow.com and also on Amazon as well too. And for more great gift ideas, including Missing by Me and Molson Zia, t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, and more, go to Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia. Make sure you order it today. Also support us on Anchor FM as well as PayPal at the Mike Wagner Show. Also support generously by your donations at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you do so today. We're here, singer, songwriter, multi-talented Kasey Anderson here on the Mike Wagner Show. And you fronted the band back in 2010. And you also had, Kasey Anderson and the Honkies. And tell us more about that.
Yeah, that's the band that played on an album I made called Heart of a Dog. They played on Let the Bloody Moon Rise. It was Andrew McCaig from Presidents of the United States of America. It was Mike Musburger, who was in the Posies and the Fastbacks. Eric Corson, who was in a great band called the Long Winters, and then Ty Bailey, who played keys for a whole bunch of people. So that was the band, and then we had a sort of a revolving cast of characters who joined us too. But I mean, that was a great experience just because those are all guys that I looked up to, when I was younger, and the opportunity to be in a band and make records with them was not something that I expected to happen, but it was, it's a great time.
And you also ventured into your solo work as well, too. You also had some other works out there, like with From a White Hotel, Dangerous Ones, and also Wednesday Night, Round 9, and a lot more. And tell us more about those songs and what inspired you to write them.
Well, I mean, for me, the solo songs are... Yeah, the solo work is a different thing from the band work because I'm writing songs specifically that I assume I'm going to be playing by myself on tour, just me and an acoustic guitar, maybe me and a piano. And so, I'm looking at quieter material, maybe material that I know I'm going to be in a place where people are going to be seated and listening. And what inspired me to write them, I mean, it's everywhere. Inspiration is everywhere. Anything you read, anything you see, anything you live can be a song if you're listening, if your ears are open.
Mm-hmm. And of course, too, that you also got your new release as well with Let the Bloody Moon Rise. And tell us a little bit more about the album and also, what inspired you to write and maybe about some of your experiences.
Well, that record came about because I had been playing with that band, the Honkies, and I wanted to write a rock and roll record. I wanted to write a record that sort of showcased what I felt the band can do. And I didn't think that there were too many bands who were doing what we were doing, at least in Seattle. I mean, we played a pretty straight ahead brand of rock and roll. And I wanted to write a group of songs that I thought showcased them. And, at the time I was going through some things. I had some substance use issues I was dealing with. I had some legal issues I was dealing with, and I hadn't yet confronted those. So I think that record for me, it brings about some unpleasant memories to think about it. But, now that I'm 10 years removed from when that band was together, and I can look back on those sessions and look back on those songs and feel a real sense of pride and joy and kind of celebrate the record that we made and the songs that I wrote and the songs that I wrote with that band. And that was the big impetus to me to get it out was, I have some distance between myself and some of the decisions I made in my past now. And I wanted to make sure that the record got the kind of release that I thought it deserved. I thought that, we never had a chance to really put it out, to really get it in front of people in the way that I thought it deserved. And now I do have that chance.
Mm-hmm. And what else do you base your lyrics on?
Well, I think that's a thing that can be really anything. Some of those songs are taken from something, a line from something I read in a newspaper article. Some are based on, sometimes I'll write a song based on a book, something I read in a book. On a record I'm working on now, I have a song based on a poem by Hanif Abdul Rakib. And then if I listen back to Let the Bloody Moon Rise, there's a darkness to the material in those songs that maybe I didn't acknowledge at the time, but now I can see was me sort of addressing what was going on with me in a way that was not as direct as it could have been, but in a way that in a way, it was me admitting what was going on with me publicly without having to actually name any of the things I was doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, where can we find Let the Bloody Moon Rise and your other works at?
Well, Let the Bloody Moon Rise is streaming right now anywhere you listen to music, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, anywhere people listen to stream music. You can also buy vinyl and CD at KaseyAndersonmusic.com. That's Kasey. Anderson is Anderson, music.com. And then, a lot of my records are in independent record stores. You can find the older stuff in independent record stores and online.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. And we'll find out what Kasey has planned for 2021 and coming up. Well, first, you listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson-Zia of Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with singer-songwriter, multi-talented Kasey Anderson after this time up.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley and I'm an American actress and a TV host, and I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mia Molson-Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with singer-songwriter, multi-talented Kasey Anderson out of Portland, Oregon, here on The Mike Wagner Show. And what can you expect from me in 2021 and beyond, Kasey?
Well, for the rest of this year, I think as things start to open back up, I'm going to look at a couple shows, hopefully later on in the fall and winter. And then I have another record that'll be out early next year, which you mentioned, To the Places We Lived. That's a solo record, and that'll be out early next year. And we'll try and tour behind it to whatever extent we can. I think we'll continue to keep an eye on how safe it is for people to gather in places, but it seems like things are starting to open up. I'm seeing a lot of my friends in bands post tour dates. So that's been really great, really encouraging to see. I'm looking forward to seeing shows. And obviously I'm looking forward to playing shows as well.
Mm-hmm. And we're certainly looking forward to as well, Kasey. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Creatively, it's a few people. I mean, I think that, anybody who gets on stage, has an acoustic guitar and sings, probably cites Bob Dylan as an influence. I think it's hard to be a songwriter and avoid the influence of Bob Dylan. For me, though, especially on the Let the Bloody Moon Rise record, I mean, there are a couple guys, Eric Amble, who's a producer and a guitar player and a songwriter in his own right, and Andrew McCaig, who was a guitar player in the Honkies, are two people that I really enjoyed co-writing with. And a lot of the songs on Heart of a Dog and Let the Bloody Moon Rise were informed by their playing and their sense of musicality and structure. And so those two really influenced that sort of era of my career.
Okay. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
The best advice I can give to anybody at this point would be, I guess if you're a musician, I would say just figure out how you want to work and how much you want to work and what works for you. I think a lot of people having to stay home for a year has made people reconsider what touring means for them, what recording means for them. So I think it's time, and you're starting to see musicians do it, that people kind of take ownership of their own careers and don't try to fit into any model of the way things are supposed to work, but just do what feels right to them.
Mm-hmm. And that's really good advice as well. We're here with singer, songwriter, multi-talented Kasey Anderson with his latest Let the Bloody Moon Rise here on the Mike Wagner Show. Kasey, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely terrific. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. Don't forget to keep in touch. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music?
All right, Mike, thanks so much for having me on. It's a pleasure talking to you, and I'll definitely be back next year. So KaseyAndersonmusic.com, that's KaseyAnderson music.com. You can buy vinyl CDs there. You can also buy digital copies of the records. The records are streaming everywhere people stream music, every platform. You can follow me on Twitter at LEASDEF. Instagram is the same, LEASDEF. That's least deaf, like most deaf, but the opposite. And I have a Bandcamp page as well, KaseyAnderson.bandcamp.com.
We certainly will check those out. Once again, Kasey, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 beyond. And don't get to keep in touch. You've been very terrific.
Thanks a lot, Mike. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, everybody. My name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.